Good day everyone, this is Anna from 1ITB.
My name is Charisma Ponce Azores from 1ITB.
I am Catherine Asuncion from 1ITB.
I'm Juna Luis Magaro from BSIT.
My name is Alastair Oferer. My section is from 1ITB.
My name is Eliza Mayo Samantha from 1ITB.
My name is John David B. Shoson from 1ITB.
I'm Emmanuel F. Salmorin. My section, 1ITB.
I'm Myla Bravo from 1ITB.
My name is Kenneth Joseph B. Basilisco. I'm from 1ITB.
Presenting the pizza ordering simulation project. Import renders, class and interface. Event queue and process the events from the classes. Font render text, image render photos, color render color. System colors are symbolic colors from the native GUI objects. Action listeners receives and process the action events like an investigator. Action event indicates occurred actions like a witness. Key adapter receives keyword events. Key event indicates keystrokes occurred in the components. JFrame is the main window. JPanel, space where the other components are attached. Empty border provides empty border. JLabel displays single line of read-only text. JReady button for choosing one to two multiple options. Line border implements a line border. Swing constants for organizing the components. J checkbox is an on or off option. Button group is select only option from the J radio buttons. Image icon implement images as icons. J button which results in some actions. J text area multiple line text editable space. J text field is the user editable single line of text. Public class main extends JFrame. This indicates that class main derived from JFrame is accessible anywhere. The private images here, there's like multiple private images, are the resources to be used taken from the system file.
The keyword private is an accessible modifier. It can be assigned to variables, methods, and inner classes. It is also the most restricted type of access modifier. It is used to indicate that a method or a variable may be accessed only in the class in which it is declined. A private access modifier is accessible only within the same class. The new keyword is a Java operator that creates the object. It is used to create the instance of the class. In other words, it instances the class by allocating memory for the new object and returning a reference to that memory. The content pane is the layer that is used to hold object. The private JPanel content pane is a JPanel in the content pane that does only function inside the line 28 class main. The private JPanel, private JLabel, private JRadio button, private JText area, private JText field, and private JButton is needed for each class to show up and or function in the program output. The protected JLabel is also an accessible modifier within the package and outside the package, but only through inheritance only. Private JButton, button buy again, is to create a new button for buy again that needed to see in the output.
What is the meaning of the public static void, the none, the try keyword, the catch keyword, and the true? So first, what is public? Java public keyword is an access modifier. It is used to indicate that an item is accessible. Second is, what is void? Java void keyword is used to specify that a method does not have a return value. Next is the null. Java null keyword is used to indicate that a reference does not refer to anything. It removes the garbage value. Then the static. Java static keyword is used to indicate that a variable or method is a class method. The static keyword is a Java and mainly used for memory management. The try keyword is used to start a block of code that will be tested for exception, the try block must be allowed by either catch or finally block the catch. Java catch keyboard is used to catch exception generated by try statement. It's the set title. Set titles is the pizza ordering system. It is the set of the text in the J-frame. So at default close operation, J-frame exit /on/close, it's terminate the program. J-label, this is the J-label flavor equals to new J-label. Select the flavor. It is calling the settings a text in the J-label. As you can see, here is the beginning of the code how to make a pizza ordering system.
Let's now move on to the JRadio button. So first is we call and set a text in a JRadio button to the respective JRadio buttons, and that set foreground is for the JRadio button font color. That set background is for the background color specifications. That set selected true is for the JRadio button to be accessible to the users. We add an action listener. It is for setting the price of the respective JRadio button, like Hawaiian, ham and cheese, and pepperoni, depending to the required price. So, as you can see below, we set a flavor's price. If they selected it, it sets to the J label. So that set font, new font Tahoma, and font bold, comma 12, it is for the font specification. And that set bounds, it is for the X posture and the Y posture and the length and the width of the buttons.
Here I explain the J label. We conduct some J label here and some radio buttons. First, I explain the J label, the label pizza 1. Then we do some pizza set bounds, the size of 10, 10, 1, 5, 1, and 12. And the other size too, they are the same size. And image icon, we put some image icon here, the pizza image. And then all of them are the same with size and the bold and the text and there's a different kind of image here, the flavor of the pizzas. And we add some the J panel also to just add some designs. And we put the J radio in the J panel. We put some J radio small, medium, and large. And every radio button, if you click the small, there's a price will pop up. Yeah, there's some like that. And sorry for. And here we put the color, some white backgrounds. And the size is 31, 113, 109, and 23. They are all the same size, but different kind of radio buttons, small, medium, and large.
User to select one pizza size at a time. A group of radio buttons was created. This means that if one button from the bottom group RDO size is selected, the other button will automatically be selected. Button group RDO size equals new button group was used to call the button group size. RDO small, RDO medium, and RDO large are the radio buttons under this button group, so if the user will click any of these RDO sizes, the radio buttons will not be selected. To add and to show the prices of the pizza size when the user clicked the radio button sizes, we created the new J labels where the price of a particular pizza size is shown. LBL small price will show and hold the price for the small size, LBL medium price for the medium size, and LBL large price for the large size. To add the pizza icons above the RDO sizes for the user to have a visualization of the pizza size, we created the J labels that will be used to display the pizza icons for the pizza size. The code LBL pizza Small. That set icon, new image icon, is used to set the image taken as icon for the JLabel for pizza icons. To set the JLabel for add-ons, we use the code JLabel LBL select equals new JLabel and set the text select add-ons in the JLabel. And the codes below are the specification for the add-ons of the JLabel.
Add-ons component, background is the panel's color. Border is the border type and specification. Bound is the position and size, and added fit to content paint panel. For the checkboxes, checkbox pepper, the foreground is the JLabel font color. Background is the J checkbox color specification. The font is the J checkbox font and specification. The bound is the position and size, and the panel add-ons check pepper is the adding the checkbox to J panel. Checkbox onion, the foreground is the JLabel font color. Background is the J checkbox color specification. The font is the J checkbox font specification. The bounds is the position and size, and the panel add-ons check onions is adding the checkbox to J panel. Checkbox black olives. The foreground is the JLabel font color. Background is the checkbox color. The font is the checkbox font specification. The bounds is the position and size, and the panel add-ons check black olives is the adding the checkbox to J panel. Checkbox green pepper. The foreground is the JLabel font color. Background is the J checkbox color specification. The font is the J checkbox font specification. The bounds is the position and size, and the panel add-ons check green pepper is adding the checkbox to J panel. Checkbox extra cheese. The foreground is the JLabel font color. Background is the J checkbox color specification. The font is the J checkbox font specification. The bounds is the position and size, and the panel add-ons check extra cheese is adding the checkbox to J panel. Then the checkboxes functionalities, the action listener is for the checkbox to show the add-ons price after the user choose it.
Getting order details. Calling an action listener to enable action to be performed. Flavor, size, add-ons, and name are declaring a string object. Then, the size price and the add-on price declaring a double variable, and the one is item declaring an integer variable. The condition before action to be performed are all selected true. Flavor variable equals to RDO Hawaiian get text. If condition is met, action will be performed. If condition is met, action will be performed to the size. Converting a string data type from small price, medium price, and large price into double. If condition is met, action will be performed add-ons. Adding of pepper, onions, black olives, green peppers, and extra cheese on the list of add-ons if it was selected. 2 items variable. I incrementing the value for spacing of add-ons. And lastly, text order summary are action to be performed if all condition needed is met. The button create order. I disabling the J button. Then button buy again is enabling the J button.
Alright, label order summary. There's a quote. Calling and setting the text in the J label. Set foreground is the font color. Set font is the font specifications such as style and sizes. Set bounds is the pixels, horizontal and vertical positioning, width, and heights. And then add to content pane, the J label to the content pane. Next is text order summary. Text area order summary, calling the text area. Line wrap is set to true, means enabling the wraps the text to another or new line if the text is too long to fit to the assigned size. Set editable to false, disabling the user from editing or inputting text in the text area. Foreground is the font color again, and background is the text area background color. And then set bounds, again the specifications of the position, and then add it to the panel. Text area receipt, calling the text area. Set font is again font specification such as style and sizes. Wrap style word is set to true, means wraps the text by word to another or new lines if the text is too long to fit to the assigned or designated sizes. Set editable to false, means disabling the user from editing or inputting any text to the text area again. Set line wrap to true is enabling wraps the text to another new line if the text is too long to fit to the designated size of the text area. Set bounds, again the pixels position. And then content pane add text area receipt is adding the text area to the J panel.
Text payment equals new J text field. This line means to call, summon, or declare a text field for payment method. It means to allow the user to input number only in the text payment. The add key listener is to notify whenever you change the state of key. Key adapter is an abstract adapter in class for receiving keyboard events. Extend this class to create a key event listener and override the methods for the events of interest. Public void key type, open parenthesis, key event, close parenthesis, open curly braces, if open parenthesis character that is letter, open parenthesis, that get keychar, open and close parenthesis, then close parenthesis, that consume, open and close parenthesis, semicolon, else, open curly braces, try, open curly braces, double that parse, double, open parenthesis, text payment that get text, open and close parenthesis, plus that get keychar, open and close parenthesis, then close parenthesis, semicolon, curly braces, catch, open parenthesis, number format, exception Z, close parenthesis, then curly braces, that consume, open and close parenthesis, semicolon, and then 3 curly braces. This code used to perform an action for the payment label and text that allows the user to enter the amount that need to be paid. The double that parse double, open parenthesis, text payment that get text, open and close parenthesis, plus that get keychar, open and close parenthesis, then close parenthesis, semicolon, is used for initializing a double value of representing a string. The text payment that set bounds or the set bounds is to move or resize the component. The new location of the top left corner is specified by X and Y, and the new size is specified by width and height. This method changes layout-related information and therefore invalidates the component hierarchy. The content pane that add, open parenthesis, text payment, then close parenthesis, semicolon, is for adding the JText field to JPanel. The text payment set columns then is used to set the number of columns preferred to display.
So what is the function of the checkout button? Inside the checkout button, we can see the declared string objects, string name, add-ons, and name, and and a single double variable which is called size price. Below them are the if statements. Inside the if statements, we can see the radio group button of the sizes of the pizzas, which is the small, medium, and large, and also the checkbox button of the add-ons of the pepper, onions, black olives, peppers, and extra cheese. So how the if statement works. If a radio button is selected, the size will get the text inside the radio button, and the size price will also get the value inside the J label. This process goes with the same three radio button inside the if statements. On the other hand, on the checkbox button, if a checkbox button is selected, the add-ons will increment itself and get the text inside the checkbox button. The size price will also increment itself and get the value of the certain checkbox button. In the bottom of the code of the checkout button, here we can see the process and arithmetic operation that will get us the change. By payment minus size price, we can get then the value of the change. After we get the value of the change, we'll use the if statement to produce our output. So if change is less than 0, then the text area receipt will then print the invalid order. Then if the user input the right payment, it will then successfully print and your order will be successful.
So let's now move on to the function of the button buy again. So the function of the button buy again is to let the user reorder some pizza. So the code that we used was to set the program to the default phase. So you can see that all the text field, text area labels was set to null. The function null was to clear all the text in the text area, text field, labels, and etc. While on the other hand, all the radio buttons and checkbox was set selected to its either true or false. So if the radio button was set selected to true, it will select the radio button as a default choice, and if the radio button or checkbox was set selected to false, it will deselect it. Moreover, we also set the button buy again to false to be disabled and set the button create order to true, so the user will be enabled to order again. So next is the text field of the customer's name. So here we add some key listener to prevent the user from entering special characters, and only name, space, and period was allowed. So the program will know if the user enters characters such as alphabet or enter a space, delete the text, and enter a period, and will display it to the text field. And there is an eConsume there that will ignore the other characters and will not display it to the text field. Lastly is we also create spacing methods for our order summary. So if the user select the 5 add-ons, it will increase 1 new line or space before printing the total price. As if the user select 4 add-ons, it will increase 2 new line or space before printing the total price. Same process until the user select 1 add-ons only. On the other hand, if the condition is not met, it will print the word no add-ons was selected, then returns when the execution is complete.